Hey guys, and welcome to tonight's VIP Zoom. We are so excited for you to be here. My name is Sharon Bowen. This is my little girl, Morgan. I'm so excited for you to be here. So tonight, you're gonna hear some stories about some of my close friends, teammates, about how Plexus have truly changed their life. So my name is Sharon. Like I said, I started 3.5 years ago. I'm a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus. And that simply means that I just love to share these supplements and help other people feel great. So I started because I was struggling with postpartum and depression and anxiety after I had my first daughter. I just did not feel like myself. I was ran down. My hormones were a hot mess. I was moody all the time. I never slept. And I thought that was just new mom life and that was normal. And a friend reached out to me about the supplements, and I really had no idea what gut health was all about and if it was really going to be able to work for me. So going into it, I was really skeptical, but I'm so glad that I stuck with it. I stuck with it for 3 months consistently, and I was able to drop 25 pounds. I had my hormones balanced again. I didn't have my migraine medicine like I used to. My inflammation was way down. I was able to have soundless sleep, and my energy was way up. So fast forward 3.5 years later, I'm still taking the supplements. I have a bunch of people underneath of me sharing and helping others, and I'm able to stay home with my kids, make an income, help others, and find my purpose again as a mom, as a wife, and as, I guess, a businesswoman now. So it's really weird to say that and everything, but like I said, so the supplements have truly changed my life. And what's the main combo pack that I started and is still on is called the Triplex. So it's simple. It's the pink drink. It's really easy. You just mix it up in a water bottle, 16 to 20 ounces, mix it up, shake it up, drink it within 30 minutes so you get all the active ingredients in it. This is a prebiotic drink. So what this does, it helps balance out your hormones, your blood pressure, your blood sugar throughout the day, so you have an even sense of energy throughout your day. It tastes really good. I feel like it tastes like a raspberry watermelon. Super good. Love this. I drink this twice a day. So I do it in the morning and I do it in the afternoon. Sometimes I do it right before bed. There's only less than 2% of caffeine in this, decaffeinated caffeine, coffee. So there's no like fillers or any nasty junk in this. It's clean. This is what I love about it. And it's plant-based. The second supplement that's in the triplex is our probiotic. So our probiotic, what this does and why it's different than others, it has an enzyme in it that will really just go after candida yeast that are in our body. So candida yeast, we get through alcohol, birth control, steroids, stress, carbs, all the things. When our body creates candida yeast, our body gets the inflammation, the headaches, all the illnesses and junk that we have is stemmed from that. So this really breaks it down and puts in good bacteria in your body. And then what the BioCleanse does, the BioCleanse removes the diol from the candida yeast. So when you have the diol from the candida yeast that's just sitting in your stomach, you will get detox symptoms. And we always say, if you have detox, it's a good thing because that means you're taking the supplements correctly and it's working. The supplements are working. So we always stress to you guys to stay in contact with your sponsor or your friend that got you involved in this so we can work through your regimen to get you through detox. So the BioCleanse is super gentle on your stomach. It is made up of magnesium and vitamin C, and it helps get rid of the bad junk. So that's how they work as a whole. I take the pink drink, like I said, one in the morning. I do one at night. You don't have to do it twice a day. You can do it one a day. And then I take the BioCleanse and the probiotic right before bed. So it's super simple. So I am going to hand it off to Danielle Valero. She's going to be telling about her story. Take it away, Danielle.
Hi guys, I hope that you guys are having a great evening. Like Sharon said, my name is Danielle Varallo. It's super nice to have you guys all join us here tonight. A little bit about my story. I have been with Plexus for 3 years. I originally started and assumed that I was returning my product in 60 days because a pink drink wasn't going to fix anything. I was struggling with severe anxiety and depression. I had migraines, headaches every single day. I had plantar fasciitis that didn't go away with no matter how much Motrin, special shoe inserts, running shoes, none of it worked. I lived on coffee and espresso. I took naps every day. I was a hot mess mom that was literally struggling to get through life. I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to take care of my kids. I didn't want to be a wife. I was at the end of everything. And so I had basically given up. I went to the doctors and they prescribed me pill after pill after pill after pill, that in the long run only caused way more issues for me. I was like a zombie walking. I would fall asleep randomly places. Like it was terrible. And I made the decision that this was it. I was going to sink or swim and I was going to have to struggle it out, or I was just not going to make it. My niece posted about this pink drink and she was like, I'm losing all of this weight. It's fantastic. I just had a baby. And I'm like, swipe, swipe. Every time I saw her post, I would like swipe right by it. Because for me, it was unrealistic. I didn't believe that a pink drink could have such effects on your life. And I wasn't trying to get skinny and lose weight. And I wanted no parts of that because in my opinion, I was really healthy. I had a great body weight. I was 135. Other than my anxiety and all of those other things, you couldn't have told me that I was not healthy. I just thought that, you know, being a mom and run down and anxiety was just part of being a mother of two that stayed at home. Like that was what I thought. And I would have argued that I was completely healthy. I eat home cooked meals 7 days a week. I would have argued with you. And needless to say, I scrolled by those posts until she posted a graphic that said, if you suffer with any one of these things, we should have a conversation. And there was a long list of all of the things: diabetes, autoimmune issues, PCOS, infertility, eczema, psoriasis, all of the thyroid issues. And then at the very bottom, it said anxiety and depression. And I was like, ding, light bulb moment, guys. Like, okay, maybe she isn't crazy. Maybe this could work. Because let's face it, I never heard anything about gut health, had no idea. And so I still watched her post for a while. And finally, I bit the bullet and I committed. 60 days, you can get your money back. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, all right, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And so I ordered. And within the first month, I noticed insane changes. The headaches, the Motrin in my purse, guys, I would go through a bottle of Motrin within 2 weeks. And when I noticed that I had my first headache after starting the products, I was like, the Motrin bottle is still full. Like I thought for sure my husband had just went and bought one and like stuck it back in my purse. But it turned out that I wasn't having headaches that I was having every day. I wasn't suffering with taking naps and not being able to play with my kids. I wasn't drinking all of the coffee and all of the espresso. And then by the second month, I noticed that I wasn't feeling like my chest was going to explode. Like I couldn't breathe at the exact same time. And so gut health completely changed everything. And I started with the exact package that Sharon just shared about, the Triplex. And that is what changed my life. And some people will not see results as fast as I saw them. Some people, it will take a little bit longer, but that's what I started with. That's what changed my life. But what has kept me going is the community of women and men that have stood by my side on the days where I felt like I couldn't do it no more, on the days when I didn't want to get up and didn't want to be a mom. I didn't want to take my products. I didn't want to do any of the things. I had somebody messaging me, hey girl, I'm thinking about you today. Or I saw your picture of your kids and it looks amazing. You're doing such a great job. Because at the end of the day, as adults, we don't realize how much that community means to us. We think, I don't need anybody to support me. I have my husband, I have my kids. I'm doing great. Life is great. But at the end of the day, there's this little person inside of us that all wants that community of women and men to cheer us on. And so 3 years later, I am loving life. I'm not suffering anymore. I have an amazing community that backs me up. It's brought the community. It's saved my finances. I don't have to rely on my husband to go get my hair and my nails done or the girls' dinner dates because the business is a whole nother side of this that's blessed my family. And so I'm going to cut it off because I can go on all night long. I'm going to cut myself short and I'm going to send it over to my girl, Corinne. She is an outgoing mama of some beautiful little boys and she does all of the things. She has her own skincare line and body products and she is amazing. I'm turning it over to you, Miss Corinne Vasquez.
Thank you, Danielle. Hi, everybody. My name's Corinne, and I am fairly new to this. I've only started about, this is my going on my third month. And I started off, I was on Shakeology when I started, and I was seeing some results, but it made me feel really weird. My stomach was kind of screwy with some of the products. I was getting really jittery and crashing, and it just wasn't working for me. And I was down a long line of weight management products. I went from Herbalife to Shakeology, and then finally I keep hearing about Plexus. And one of my good friends, Jennifer Lightcap, which is on here tonight, she was talking about it on one of her posts. And I'm like, you know what? Jenny's going to be totally honest with me. You know, you hear all these things and you're like, yeah, right. This is never going to work. It's probably another one of those products that's going to do the same thing. So I finally asked Jenny some questions. I knew she'd be 100% honest with me. And she was. And she just told me, girl, try this. You know, you're going to love it. And I knew she was honest and she was going to be right. So I went with it and I started off on the weight management package, which contained the Lean, MetaBurn, and Slim. And within the first, like I'd say even 2 weeks, I just noticed such a change in my skin, in my overall health, in my clarity, my mental clarity, my energy levels. I didn't realize how much I was struggling until I started Plexus. And I'm like, man, I no longer have to take a nap after dinner. You know, I'm able to get through football practice and everything, all these things throughout the day that I wasn't, I was able to do, but I was just so stressed out. And I feel like I just wasn't myself anymore. I looked stressed out. I wasn't getting dressed. I was always taking naps. I was couch bound, tired all the time. And this stuff was just so amazing that I actually most recently upped my package to the Renew You package, which now has, I have my Slim, Lean, MetaBurn, ProBio 5, what else here? I have a whole bunch of stuff. I also got the Immune Boost package, which is the X Factor and Immune Plus. And I just see such great results. I feel like a whole new me. I feel like I'm back like in my high school days. I feel so chipper. Everybody sees it. They're all telling me like, oh my God, you look great. You sound great. You're able to do all these things. I was tie-dyeing with my boys yesterday. Like that's something 3 months ago, it just wouldn't, I wouldn't have had the time. I would have been like, no, I don't have the time for this. I'm stressed out. And I'm just so glad that I'm able to do the things that I can now with my boys and my family. And I just feel amazing. So that's that. Again, I'm fairly new to it, so I don't really have too much to say on this, but it's amazing stuff. If there's anything out there that's stopping you, don't let it, just go for it. It's amazing.
I absolutely love that, Corinne. I love that it's like the simple things that like we miss out on that we think like we can't do and then we do it. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm so like excited and to do this with my kids and it's so much. So I'm so excited for you and I cannot wait to see what the next 3 months brings for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, girl. I'm so proud of you too. All right,
you.
Jolene, it's your turn, girl. Take it away.
Hey guys, so I'm Jolyn. I'm a senior silver ambassador. It kind of happened overnight. I didn't even realize what was happening. Danielle and Kate will tell you. So a little bit about my Plexus journey. I started almost 2 years ago. We're pushing about 2 years, and I felt awesome. Overall health, just I felt great, but my problem was why didn't I stick with it? I got lazy, I got busy, and my subscription was not on. So it was one of those things where you just never went and said, hey, I have to do this. And I have a small business. I work full time. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, very involved with my family and friends. So I just kind of put Plexus aside. So I knew that I needed to do it. I knew that inflammation, weight, mood, everything had changed for the worse. Not that I was horrible, I was still functioning, but I quickly, in the mix of being busy, forgot really how good Plexus made me feel and that I should really be doing it. So my family suffered a traumatic loss in December, and I found myself in February kind of just actually being scared of slipping into depression. I've never dealt with that, but I was feeling a way that I couldn't was feeling in a way that I couldn't control. So it included everything with my health, my body, my mind. And I walked to the bathroom cabinet and there was Plexus, and I'm like, Jolynn, listen, like this is going to be this or nothing. So I started taking it again. I immediately ordered the triplex again. That's what I had started with. So that's what I went back to. And within, I don't know what, a month and a half, I have 13 people, I think, on my team. And the big question
More
right
than
now,
13.
what's that?
More than 13.
Okay, more than 13. So the big question is, from everybody now is how. So I think just through it all, just being honest, people see pictures on Facebook. Like I said, I am very involved with my family and my kids, and I have a business. So I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people through my job. But just being honest and putting things out there, it's crazy because everybody can put a smile on their face, but it's hard to describe and get people to really realize how good you truly feel. So what led me to Plexus in the very beginning was I went to the doctor. I thought I had another large kidney stone, which I dealt with in 2012, and I didn't. He said after a CAT scan that I had a blockage. I didn't understand because I was regular. So totally embarrassed to get that news. And he told me to do a cleanse, but it was very unhealthy and very tricky to do by your own, just by going to the pharmacy. And I had been watching Dee and Caitlin for quite a while, and it was all about Plexus and about gut health. So I talked to him about it, and he said to me, don't go to Rite Aid. So I knew exactly what he was telling me to do. The benefits that I feel and felt right away was brain clarity. I have PCOS, so my different symptoms of that were correcting itself. It is a slow process. It's hard to get people to realize that because there's so many people that do want a quick fix. But for me, I saw little tiny things, and it really wasn't until the end of every week that I would look back and I would assess, like, hey, what changed? Or wow, I am feeling better, or this is going away. So that kind of gives me the drive to keep doing it. But I would sleep, and I would sleep like the dead. I require 8 hours of sleep at night, but I would wake up and I would be okay functioning, but I would be tired. At the end of the day, I was exhausted. Now, when I sleep, I am well rested. So I'm getting 8 hours of sleep, but I'm super rested when I wake up. I was eating Tums through the night like ridiculous. I haven't touched a bottle of Tums since literally the day I started Plexus. So if you want to talk about immediate results, that's one for you. And that was huge for me. I have no fatigue. I'm losing inches. The scale has gone down in 3 months, only about 6-7 pounds. It kind of fluctuates, but my inches and how my body's changing is really the drive for me, not even to step on the scale, because quite frankly, I don't even care. I have no cravings. If anybody knew me, I am like emotionally driven to food. So like my mom always said growing up, like, I don't know why you say you feel like you want to eat that. Like, just eat your dinner. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like that tonight, but that's who I am. So like mentally, I don't have any of that. I know what I need to eat for dinner or what we're going to have. I don't spend a lot of like time on choices, and I battle. That's something that I dealt with. And actually, like healthy food, I crave. So like I didn't believe Kate and Dee when they said that, no, really, when you get balanced, you're going to want to drink water. I like want to drink, like I'm a water junkie, and people don't understand. And it's like, no, drink your water. Well, I have a hard time doing that. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You're going to want to. And it's happened. So as far as what's driving my business, it's just being honest. I am in retail sales on the side. I know how to talk to people, I guess. And quite frankly, I like to say it's not that I don't care if people sign up or not, but it's up to them. Like, I have no reason to push you other than I want to cheer you on and I want you to feel as good as I feel. But I'm really not in this for the business. But the community is really fun. And I hope that my team gets as much from me that I get from Dee and Kate. Judy is on the meet tonight, and she's like my person. And Heather, one of my friends, she's on tonight. and they're new at this, but Heather's getting ready to start. Judy's feeling it. We're doing it together. And there's no better way to do something that's healthy for you and your mind and your body than to do it with someone. So that's just what keeps me going. And I really am very thankful for the opportunity to be a team leader. I would have told you a year and a half ago that absolutely, you guys are crazy. I would never do this. But here I am. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jolyn. All right, so I am Danielle Mitchell. I am a new senior gold ambassador. Pretty much, I am starting to really like Plexus, and I'm really getting into like the business end of it now. Sorry, I hear little feet. So I started over 3 years ago because I used to suffer from headaches really bad. Sorry. So I used to suffer from headaches really, really bad. And I could not survive through the night. We would go out with friends. I would get a headache. I would be like, yo, we got to go home. I just didn't feel good. Fast forward, I was nervous about, sorry, my kid is so loud. Fast forward, my wedding. I was scared I was going to not enjoy myself. I was scared that I was going to get a headache, and I was scared that I'd be like, is this over yet? So a few months before my wedding, I saw my friend Kate posting things, and I even saw my cousin posting. And I actually signed up as just a customer under my cousin for a while. And I said, let me try this. And I didn't see, my cousin wasn't one that was like, here, this is what you should be doing. It was like, here's the website, go figure it out for yourself. But my wedding came and I felt great. I didn't have a headache. I didn't crash. We enjoyed the night. We were partying in my mom's backyard till 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was just great. I noticed that my headaches were gone. I noticed my bloat in my stomach was going away. And that I wasn't regular. And I didn't realize that that's not normal. I did only go to the bathroom once a week. I'm daily now. And it just changed things. And I always kept seeing myself going back to my friend Kate, asking her questions. And I eventually just signed up as an ambassador under her. I hit silver after my first few months of starting. And I was just, I don't know, I was settled. Now, you fast forward COVID, and I just took off with the business. I don't know what it was. It was, I saw my friends that I've met through Plexus and started at the same time, seeing them succeed. And I kept saying, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. Well, now I see that I can do this. And the business end is totally different for me right now. A lot is in the works with my family in the next few months that I can't wait to share with everybody. But I'm matching my part-time teacher salary. And when that happened, it was like, wow, our dreams that we've been dreaming about, they really can happen. And they're not just dreams anymore. So remember to, whoever invited you tonight, reach out to them, talk to them, and see, I don't know, like you talk to them, reach out to them and see like how things go. Don't be nervous. Your upline or your leader, they're here for you. And if it wasn't for me starting with Kate, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So anything else, Sharon?
No, everything's good. I think you guys all did an amazing job, and thank you so much for sharing your guys' story tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know that you can't really see me because I'm like sitting in the dark, but I appreciate you guys so much, and just for jumping on tonight. And like Danielle said, if you guys have any questions, please do not let your questions go unanswered tonight. And I hope everyone has a great night, guys. Bye, guys.